Salmon burger? Salmon burger. Oh, Chef Daniel, my guy,
find
man.
one in the back.
There's still one here. Holy cow. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the pregame show.
Let's go. Let's go.
Presented by Miller Lite. What time is it, boys?
It is Miller time.
Yeah, it's Monday. Might as well crack open a Miller Lite.
I might.
Drink with the fellas here while we watch the Denver Nuggets, who are on a one-game win streak, take on the Dallas Mavericks. We got a great show for you today. Sometimes you get some time off and you just start thinking, man. I've been thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about what's going on with the Nuggets right now, and I'm not sure I like what I see.
Oh, man. I thought this was going somewhere else.
Man.
I am a little worried about the seriousness with which they are approaching the defensive end. Need you guys to talk me out of it. Also, Cam Johnson has a new podcast. It's going to be the second best Nuggets podcast in the world, they say. That's what people are saying, man. Has a chance. I got Harrison Wind here.
That's just what we need, man. More people with podcasts. I've been saying it. There's not enough pods out there. And if you're the small forward on the Denver Nuggets, you have to have a podcast. That's also in the job description, too.
It is true that we're going to get a dueling MPJ.
The two biggest
Cam
NBA
Johnson.
player podcasts might be
Man.
a current Nugget and former Nugget.
Well, there you go, man. Superstar Dev's in the building.
It's going to be like Curious Mike and Sophisticated Cam.
Right.
It's going to be so many
Sophisticated.
His
ideas.
guests are like former President George Bush or something.
No, they're going to be librarians.
Librarian.
It's going to be very
Professor
opposite.
at Harvard.
Yeah, professors.
We have Boutros Gali. Yeah, what are we doing, guys? Come on. That's basically all the segment is just cracking jokes like this. Keep them in the chamber. Put them back. Denver Nuggets are back in action tonight. We got a nice little Sunday off. It was nice. We got to watch the Broncos. I got to not think about the Nuggets for a little bit. Kind of enjoyed it. But
It wasn't a stress-free Sunday, though.
with the Bronco game,
Yeah.
I know, it's so crazy, man. But they're back in action tonight, taking on the lowly Dallas Mavericks. But they got a little juice behind them now. They got Anthony Davis back.
They do have Anthony Davis back, and he is playing tonight. He is in the lineup. They do have a lot of injuries, though, the Mavs outside of Anthony Davis. P.J. Washington, he's out. He was, I think, doubtful to play, so it didn't look good, but he is out. Klay Thompson is playing. He was also on the injury report, popped up with an illness. He is good to go. But Lively's out for them. Kyrie, of course, out. Exum out for the year. Gafford out as well. Right ankle.
Damn.
So they are really banged up, and they're coming into this game at 6-15. They are coming off a win over the Clippers, though. That was after they lost 3 straight to the Grizzlies, Heat, and Lakers. David Adelman pregame had some interesting things to say.
Did he?
You know, Julian Strother has been out for a while with this
Yeah.
low back injury. And I'm telling you, man, when he started sitting out games, I think I said it on this show, like, this is weird. He didn't get injured in a game. This just popped up out of nowhere, and there's been really no update or anything. Low back.
Yeah.
It's just been a really weird injury, and it's kind of had my spidey senses going off. David Adelman said he's been doing minimal movement stuff. He was on an exercise machine today.
Man, minimal movement stuff. It's like, is he paralyzed?
I don't think that. David Adelman did say, I think it's just a process of the shot working. So I guess he got a cortisone shot or something.
Yeah,
in
it's
his
so
back.
funny, man, how much they keep a tight lip on this. He did get a shot. I know that was a thing that was not supposed to be reported. But then, like, a coach will come out and say it as if everybody knew. Because why keep that a secret?
Exactly. So I guess he got a cortisone shot in his back, and they're seeing what happens next. So at this moment, really no update. He said he just woke up with the pain, and it just got worse and worse to the point where they had to do something about it. So really weird.
It is really weird, and the the tough part is that Strother is not an every night rotation guy.
True.
But with the Nuggets down 2 guys, he's absolutely an every night
definitely use
rotation
him
guy,
right
and they
now.
could use him. And so, but I do have hope, even based on that report, that maybe he wakes up feeling better one day.
I think that it sucks.
One day.
It actually sucks for him specifically
Totally.
because this was a time that he was going to be able to play. Like you come into the arena every single night and you're working out with specific guys, you know, Spencer Jones, I would assume, Zeke Naji, all these guys that were around you that was kind of under you are now getting the opportunity to play because there was injuries. And then he's not even able to actually go. It has to be bigger than what you would assume because anyone else would push it, you know, because this is their time. So I think I think it's a real injury.
Yeah. Bruce Brown also popped up on the injury report today with an illness. He is playing, though. He is available. Yoke good to go as well with that left wrist sprain. And David Adelman also said he's a big fan of Cooper Flag in his pregame remarks.
He's been balling, man.
He says, look, he's exactly what we thought he'd be. You know, maybe the expectations were too high, you know, and they've had these injuries and they put the ball in his hands, playing him at point guard. But he's pretty confident he's going to be a great player. He also spoke pretty highly of the Mavs. Adelman said, I think their team is extremely underrated when healthy. I think their team can be one of the better defensive teams in our league.
I mean, there's
And
no
they
question
are
about it.
this
Yeah, they
year,
actually are,
actually.
even with all the injuries, they're
Yeah.
still good defensively. I mean, that's, you know, here's the thing, man. It is true. They struggle to score. This needs to be a Denver defensive night. This should be a Denver win, though. This is not a game. I mean, but so should the last 3 home games. You're on a 3-game home losing streak. You got to turn it around tonight. Like, tonight, to me, is actually a game that means something.
Yeah, I mean, you should take some pride. And also, this is a game that you're going to be heavily favored in. You have to show up. You know, they have the number 1 pick. They have a guy that has been on a championship team. Like, that's a team that could still, you know, surprise you at a time. And they're going to play hard against you. You need to take care of home, you know, court advantage and try to get yourself going on that end. So this is a game that is meaningful for this specific team.
And Anthony Davis, this is his second game back from this injury. He was out since October 29th, so didn't play like the whole month of November. Came back against the Lakers on November 28th, played 28 minutes, just 12 points. But this is his second game back, so he's probably going to be ramped up a lot more.
What's the key matchup tonight, Dev? Who you get your eyes on?
I mean, of course, it's Anthony Davis. Like, every single time that they play each other, that's like just a matchup because that was I mean, Anthony Davis is still one of the best players that's ever touched the basketball. You know what I mean? So
Top
you have
75 player.
top 75 player.
Yeah.
And it really does feel like Jokic just jumped right over him.
I mean,
and is
well,
like looking down on
Damn,
him.
I mean, was his pregame show from 3 years ago?
I'm just saying,
More than
but
that,
4 or
man.
5
But now
years
you get
ago?
to you get to separate. You get this
Yeah.
is another opportunity to show I'm just so much better than you. I'm so much different than where you are. So I really do think that's going to be a key matchup as well as Cooper Flag. I mean, he's now starting to come on. He's getting the ball a lot more. He's in an opportunity to who's going to be able to guard him in this matchup? It's going to be another Spencer Jones and Peyton Watson type of matchup for him.
Yeah.
So, I really do think that how you slow them down means something.
It's going to be both those guys. Their starting lineup, Davis at center, and they've got Najee Marshall, Cooper Flag at the forward spots, and Max Christian and RJ Nembhard?
Yeah, the other one.
Yeah,
Ryan,
the other Nembhard brother at point guard.
Ryan Nembhard,
Klay
yep.
Thompson off the bench.
Well, the other thing that's interesting about this matchup is I wonder if they're going to try to single cover Yoke. You know, like not a lot of teams trust their guys to do it. Maybe Anthony Davis. Look, Yoke's cooked Anthony Davis in single coverage a lot, but that's usually playoffs. You know, regular season, maybe that's a thing you try out at least in stints. Jokic, 9 field goal attempts, 10 field goal attempts, 7 field goal attempts. That's his last 3 games. This might be the night. I'm curious if this is just Jokic new energy. He does go through these. Or if it really was matchup dependent. We talked about how great the Nuggets offense has been, so I don't fault him for it. I'm curious if tonight Dallas requires something different of him. Go score.
I think it has been matchup dependent and
I do
how
too.
teams are trying to load up to go against them. But I just feel like Anthony Davis is such a prideful defender that it's going to be a little bit of one-on-one, but also they don't have that too big lineup that Anthony Davis is like hid behind for a long time.
Yeah.
So like who's going to be the other guy that will be in help the entire time that can slow him down? I just don't see that. So I do think this would be a lot of single coverage, go at him and see what, comes out of it. But also I think that another way he's going to try to come at Jokic as well, because this is a guy that's trying to prove he's still around. He's still relevant. So I think that's just a matchup. I expect Jokic to try to score. Think that he has a lot of field goal attempts in this game. They have his line set at 18.5 field goal attempts.
Really? All right, he's going to shoot.
18.5.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that every game they think that it's going to be high like that, but I think that with this lineup, I think that you want to go at him, and it's going to be single coverage.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, the Mavs are such a funny team. They have D'Angelo Russell on this roster as well, who got
one of my least favorite
CD last game.
Oh, man.
He's just out of the rotation. And I mean, it's not like they're healthy and have a ton of guys to play. He's just
playing,
out of it.
They're playing Nimhard over him.
Yeah. So maybe he'll make
D'Lo's
an
not a
appearance
winning
tonight.
player, man. Like, it's insane to try to add him to your roster with a real. Like, if you added him to the roster.
Nico Harrison's first call in free agency last year.
If you added D'Lo as your backup center because you have a great defensive team and you're just worried about something, like I get it, or a backup point guard, like I get it. He's a scorer or whatever.
I think they were hoping he was like a stopgap while Kyrie was out.
If you're doing that, and that is 100% what it was. If you're doing that, it's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's how you're going to be good on offense, is D'Angelo Russell.
Just have him cook, man.
Yeah, just have him cook, man. You remember last year, his exit interview?
No.
I think this was an outstanding season for D'Angelo Russell, humbly speaking. That's how he said it. He said humbly speaking and referred to himself in the third person to praise himself.
He needs to be on a contender or something, though.
What?
Just because
I think it's impossible for him to be on a contender.
I thought that about Tim Hardaway. I'm not going to lie. I really did. Like, there's guys that have come around and I'm like, maybe he just needs to like a better team or better scenery.
No,
he's a bucket.
This is disrespectful to Tim. No. What are we doing here?
I got that. I'm not even gonna lie. Before Tim Hardaway Jr. got to Denver, that's the same idea that I had. And
I
this
mean,
is not me
I
just
had
trying
that
to
idea
defend-
about Westbrook.
We're
I
just
was just about to
cursing
say the
ourselves
same
for
thing.
D'Lo to have like 30 points tonight. That's what's sitting here talking about all this trash about him. But he does suck, and I absolutely hate his game. Let's move on to our next topic here. I saw over the weekend one of my favorite quotes I've ever heard from a coach, and it comes from one Rick Carlisle, who is a thorny, prickly character. I don't know if you guys know this. Not a guy that enjoys happiness. Can be kind of a hard ass.
He's a D-line?
He's a D-line. He's very much a D-line. Here's what he says. He says, defense in today's NBA has to be coached hard. Has to be coached hard by the head coach, defensive coordinator, defensive coaches, and really it has to be coached hard by the players to themselves. They have to understand its importance, and they have to believe in its importance. And if they don't believe its importance, they're not going to play. We got to keep working. The guys on our roster that came in this league thinking that it was going to be about aesthetics and skill and rhythm and all that stuff ain't going to be playing on this team. That's just not us. Now, what I like about this is we talked about how Adelman sounded like Michael Malone the other day, and it was almost like his first time feeling what it's like to truly be a head coach, where you're like, I think Adelman falls back on I have the right ideas. That's what his comfort is. I have the right ideas. I have the right vision. But there's another part of which is how do you get the players to do the things that they don't want to do? And I was watching the Celtics last night, getting ready for the All-NBA show, and Joe Mazzulla, their team was up like 20-8, and they gave up a bad possession, rage timeout from Mazzulla, and he storms out there. And I really do think there's something to defense in the NBA has to be a thing that you are constantly reminding yourself of its importance and striving towards. Denver had a very good defense going for the first 10 games or so of the season. They've been horrible defensively, and even our beloved Emperor Nikola Jokic, even he seems to be treating defense as an afterthought right now. And I'm just watching it going, I get it for little stretches. Everybody goes through a rut. But when I see that quote from Rick Carlisle, I go, are the players holding each other accountable? Is David Adelman holding everybody accountable? I think Denver has lost a little bit of that here over this last little stretch.
Yeah, I think so as well. And also, it has to come from your head coach. And there should be like some punishment behind it. There should be, the person that is the face of it all saying, like, you have to be better and calling it out because you're going to need reminders. You talk about the Nuggets losing focus so often. It's defense because they've been incredible offensively, the best there is. So, like, it's never on that end of the floor that they're, like, losing themselves. But defense has been an issue. I think that is great that coaches are still calling them out. And that is, I'm not going to say a knock on Adelman, but that's just something that we haven't seen yet is him calling guys out specifically to the media.
Adelman's philosophy and his mindset is he wants the players to do that themselves. Like, he wants the players to take command of the team. He doesn't want to be the guy yelling at them. Like, that was Michael Malone. Like, Michael Malone wanted to and felt like he had to be that guy. Adelman's philosophy is I need the players and I expect the players to police themselves, to get on each other when they're not pulling the weight they should. When they're not locked in defensively, the expectation is, I think he thinks this way, the expectation is the players need to rein each other in and hold each other accountable. And it's just going to be interesting to see, does that work? If this defensive slide continues, are the players going to be the ones that call a players only meeting and say this is not acceptable? Or does that not happen and Adelman has to be that guy? How does he react in that situation? How do the players react to him taking on that role? I agree, Dev. We don't know how he's going to be in those moments, and that to me is like a big test that he's facing.
And it's also for Jared Dudley, who, is the defensive coordinator, but it is one of those things where I just look at where the Nuggets are at, and some of it I get. I think the Nuggets are trying to survive this stretch. And it might be the next 6 weeks that they're just trying to survive because I don't know if reinforcements are around the corner. It sounds like it'll be a while. But at the same time, you are going to lose to the Chicago Bulls, to the San Antonio Spurs, to the Sacramento Kings. You're just going to catch some L's randomly here and there if you can't win with defense, if you're just trying to outgun. And I hope that tonight hints at a little bit of correction back to, hey, let's put a little bit more into this.
And it's so fascinating. This topic's so fascinating because I think Adelman, just my read on it, I don't think he wants to jump in and yell at guys for not playing defense right now. I think he's hoping it corrects itself.
Right.
And I think he's hoping his approach leads to, and just the messaging that he's sending, I think he's hoping it leads to the players figuring it out themselves. It's just going to be interesting to see if it gets to a point where he has to step in and accept that that's not working.
Dallas isn't great on offense, so let's see if Denver, this is a good night for them to try to bounce back. Plus, you just need a home win, man. The Nuggets' home record somehow being bad after that great start. Now they're down to 6-3, which is very unimpressive for a team that should have a great home court advantage. Get a win tonight. Get back on the track. Some other news today. I don't know if you guys saw, but the Old Man in the Three podcast, very good podcast, which had been hosted, I think, a little bit by Tyrese Halliburton lately, stepping away. It's almost like this was like when The Office lost Steve Carell and they just had cameo, like guys come in for 2-3 episodes, take his spot and just keep going. They're kind of doing that thing now, but the host will be one Cameron Johnson, your Denver Nugget, and it drops tomorrow. The first episode with him taking over that podcast with Aaron Gordon. I'm not going to lie, Dev. I'm in. Cam Johnson's interesting. He fits that one. That one, they try to get serious. They try to be like really introspective and thoughtful, but they're good at it. He's a very thoughtful guy. And getting Aaron Gordon, I cannot wait.
Who's the old man?
I think it's young man in the three now.
Well, it used to be LeBron and Reddick, right?
Yeah,
That was always, so Old Man in the Three was Reddick's podcast.
With TA, Tommy Alter.
Yeah, and then Tommy did his own podcast, which is called Young Man in the Three.
Oh, yeah. The LeBron, yeah.
Oh, really?
So Young Man is going to be on Thursdays, and Old Man's going to be on Tuesdays.
Young man on Thursdays, old man on Tuesdays.
So which one's Cam?
Old Man.
He's old man?
Yeah, he's taking over for Reddick.
Well, he
I
is
like
30.
that.
Old Man in the Three.
Oh, man, I don't know about that.
Now it's very interesting. Very interesting. I think this is going to be great, but also I wonder how much they can actually share because, like, they're both active players on a team that everyone's trying to, like, an offense that everyone's trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Like, I think that you would have to talk to. I think this is going to be awesome because they are both, one, a person that is now figuring out how to play with Jokic and the guy that has really figured out how to play with Jokic. So I think that has to be like a big emphasis is on how they're learning and how they're adapting. So it's going to be great and insightful to see how Cam Johnson is like navigating his mind on like this is like much different, than I was, or like maybe he like adds some kinks, to it. But I'm excited to see how he does that. And then as far as Aaron Gordon, I just want to see if he continues to just be the lover of all things like Jokic and all things like Denver basketball.
Well, I want to hear both of them now, because, you have to imagine that topic will come up. Now that you played with Jokic, what's it like? And, Cam already has one of my favorite ones win the other day where he said he felt guilty for not winning on one of Jokic's masterpieces. I have a feeling we'll get at least one great quote about Joker, in the show tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I'm really excited for it, just to hear AG in that kind of forum talking about Joker and Cam's obviously had some great moments with him already. I just think it's kind of funny how it was announced. I mean, like, of course this is like my take on it, but like there was like a report from Chris Herring. He was hearing that Cam Johnson's taking over Old Man the 3, and I don't know, it's just kind of funny how it's kind of being phrased. But
what do you mean? What? I haven't seen this.
I don't know. They were kind of like packaging it as like a big thing, and it's just kind of weird to happen in the middle of a season. I don't know, but it's once a week. I mean, if he needs ideas for segments and stuff, just let me know. But no, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I wonder if there's going to be praise for like Adelman and their offense.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
It's going to be a great little weekly piece of insight into the Nuggets for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and also they're going to have to expand. It can't just be all Nuggets driven.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure when guys come into town, they'll come on the pod and stuff.
That'll be fun. I agree.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun.
Maybe we could go on the pod.
Has he had any like? He hasn't done anything since he's been with the Nuggets, right? Like this is going to be his.
He came on our show.
He came on our show.
I'm talking about
the
him
season.
and Tim Hardaway were on the show together
over the summer. Over the summer, yeah,
right before the season started.
And there was a little bit of Jokic love there, but they hadn't met him yet, or anything like that. So this will be the first of those. Also, by the way, Cam Johnson, we're 7 games removed from it now because he's been in a groove, but he was in one of the longer slumps of his career.
Do you think they were waiting for the announcement?
Well, look. How would you feel if they made this announcement after Game 7 or
like
something?
Get in the gym, bro.
Where he's at like 8 points a game, shooting 14%.
That's
from
always
3.
the worst, and that's when people usually come out with podcasts because they're like, "You're spending more time."
Yeah.
And more
Paul
effort
George
on
got so much heat he had to end his podcast and to focus on basketball.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm excited for all of it, man. Is there anything else you want to hear him talk about on the pod, Nuggets related?
I think some Jamal love would be like fun.
Very curious what he thinks
I would
of
like
Jamal.
to see how, especially for Cam, talking about that Suns team and how like it relates to the offense that he's in right now.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
And then also just like them both coming from another team where they were in different spots or in new spots. So like AG being a star on a different team, Cam Johnson being like a integral piece to a contender. And now, like, coming over to where they're not the main guys. Like, I think that would be fun.
I just had a wild idea. You know who I really want to see on Old Man in the 3 with MPJ? Or with Cam? Give it away. MPJ. Think about how great of an episode that would be.
2 elite podcasters uniting.
It'd be such an interesting one. The 2 of
Crossover
them,
episode.
They talk about what it's like playing for Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Talk about what's playing. I think
Cam's
that'd be
like,
a great
so
one.
like, what's your angle on your elbow for your jump shot when you're at the 45-degree mark on the court in road games?
Yeah.
And Mike could be like, I talked to this porn star yesterday on my pod.
Total mismatch, man. Tommy Alter, get at us. We have some ideas for your show.
What do you think Cam's interests are off the court?
Dude, we've talked to him about this on. You didn't watch the episode
No,
that we had him on, did you? Hold on, Kale. Did Wind watch the episode
Adam,
where we had
I
Cam?
was live clipping it
Hold
as
on.
it was happening.
I don't. Yeah, but I'm not sure. Kale, what does
I don't
the
think
evidence
so because
say?
he talked about
He
all
did?
of this on
He
the
really
pod.
did.
Okay, so
He
what
really
are
did.
his interests
He's
off the
asking
court?
you to, like, so everybody that's
everybody-
new can...
Oh, in case you might have
that's a
missed
plug.
it.
That's
What
a
does he
plug.
like doing off the court?
Well, he's
Cooking?
got his dog.
Oh, his
He's got a
dog.
very boring life. He
I could
sits
see
at
him.
home.
I could see him as a cook.
He sits
could
at
see him
home
as
and
boring.
Yeah, I can see
A
him
baker?
boring too. Like he just sits at home and plays with his dog and doesn't really have anything else. Which coming off of
Is he a
MPJ, very
gamer?
happy. He has very few hobbies. Our pregame picks are presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app and use the code DNVR365. Deposit $10, place a bet of $5, get $150 in bonus bets. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Dev, you have any hunches tonight about how it's going to go?
Yeah, I got some hunches, and I think that we're gonna probably sweep. I just have a feeling.
Really?
We're gonna do real well tonight.
All right.
I would hope so.
I'm rooting
All
for
right,
it.
I'll make a deposit.
The Nuggets come into
Fine.
the game as 11-point favorites. That's a big line.
That's
and
a really big
Stay
line.
away from those big lines because anything could happen.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to give the 11. What I am going to give you, I like the over 236, of course. I know you don't think that the Mavericks can score. I've seen every team score against this team.
I know,
A lot
yeah.
of points. And I know that Denver can score every single time. Denver's offense has been so great. If I did have to do a bet, it would be on the team props. I
Really?
really like the Nuggets team prop over.
Okay.
Because they could just score with ease. So I would go with that. On the other side, this is easy. It's Cooper Flag.
Really?
Flag over 16.5 points.
Who's going to
It's
guard him tonight?
very low. That's really what it comes down to. It's like things are starting
Probably
to click for
Rapid
him. The
Man.
game is coming easy. Rapid Man's gonna.
Spence.
That's gonna be some free throws for him. He's gonna score there.
Should we bet his free
He
throws?
just scored 35 points
He
in his
did.
last game. I mean, I just don't think that they have a guy that matches up with him. And there's not many other scores that they have over there. Like really, I don't know who they would go to. So I like that. Also, I like the Klay Thompson over 10.5 points. Like I just think that it's respect. And
Really?
they shoot three. They shoots the three ball. The Nuggets give up the three ball. So 10.5 points is a low line. On the Nuggets side of things, Tim Hardaway Jr. for the threes. I
Really?
just like his bet. Yeah, we just saw him hit 7. Why would he not?
But wait, you know what tonight is?
You're acting very surprised at all
You-
of
you
Dev's
know-
bets here.
This is called active listening. Do you know what tonight is?
What is it?
A revenge game.
A revenge game for him.
Tim Hardaway
Oh,
Jr.
Tim
revenge
Hardaway.
game.
Yeah.
All right, over to the threes.
None of his former teammates
I
are on
really
the
like
Mavs.
it now.
It's a completely different team. They're nothing the same.
I like it. I'm gonna go over
Okay.
2.5 threes. Our first line that we like tonight, I like Tim Hardaway Jr. We just talked about it. It's a revenge spot for him. 11.5 points is very low. You
double bet on him.
Clicking. Yes, this one I think is for sure gonna hit. He's also been it's not only threes for him. Like he's doing a little bit of everything. I like the over 11.5 points. I like Cam John in this one.
Dude, what are you doing? You hated him, and then you like it. Now it's every
He
night.
won him over.
Do I like getting paid?
I can't
That's
pay.
the thing that we need to think about here. Cam John has been getting people paid.
He's been
like, that's what I
podcasting
want.
lately, though.
He's been podcasting.
Getting the reps
He's
in.
been scoring. He could do this in scoring alone right now.
'Kay.
But you could get his rebounds and assists, and he's been doing a little bit of that. So I like the insurance on this. He's starting to pick it up more. So let's just get his points, rebounds, and assists. I like Jokic over 10.5 assists. I'm not big on the rebounds right now for Jokic. I don't know what's going on, but it's just not him rebounding. I think
not.
everybody's getting in on the mix. And it used to be a thing where he was the only one grabbing all the rebounds. We haven't saw a monster rebounding game. We be seeing those big assist games. So I do like the over 10.5 assists. I'm not going to go with the triple-double because, I mean, it's Sambor every single time.
Oh,
so
man,
I'm
it
going to
has
go with
been.
the assists.
God, we need a freaking triple-double.
Last game, I gave you guys the Jokic over free throw attempted.
You did.
I'm going right back to the well on that one. It's low again against a team that cannot guard him. I do think he's going to try to get them in foul trouble. They're going to keep on hitting them. If 6.5 free throws attempted here, I think that's an easy one.
Sorry.
And for our lock,
Let's lock it in.
we talk about no one being able to guard Jokic. There is really nobody that's going to be able to guard Jamal Murray in this one.
Okay.
I like the 24.5 points. Who's going to be able to slow him down? Max Christie? Like it's not that. Nimhart? Too small.
Too small.
It's just not going to be enough for him. I think he's going to get to that mid-range. We saw how he was in November. That was something that he really pushed for. We have seen him gradually get better throughout the season. I think that this is a good start to November. We get to see to December. We get to see it on December 1st. So let's get it.
I like what's being said here. T-Dubs in the chat. He says, Jokic 1.5 threes. I agree. I think tonight, because whenever there's like a big front court or whatever, he steps out and he hits the three. His three's been feeling good. I think he's going to take them and make them tonight. I like that one. You got anything you like?
I think it should be a big Jokic game. I was talking myself into them kind of, playing the style of defense that we've seen recently, put a small guy on him, maybe Najee Marshall,
bring AD over. to
But
help.
Najee Marshall's the only guy that kind of fits that archetype on the Mavs.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like they're going to put Cooper Flag on him in that kind of role.
They're just yanking
They
it
don't
around.
really have
Point guard, center.
They don't really have anybody else. So now I'm back to thinking they might single cover him with AD. So could be a big yoke night.
All right. Well, we have any super chats, Kale?
One.
Thank God. If we get 0, it's a bad omen.
Super chat here from Michael, predicting a big night from the valedictorians.
Man, that'd be great. If they get
All
a big
right.
night from the valedictorians, that we are probably going to be in the winner's lounge. So
Yep.
I hope that is the case. All right, guys, you know what time it is. We're going to head over to the watch along set. D-Line Co. will be there, we hear.
Hey, there he is.
We're going to get D-Line Co. So you guys want to go join us over there. Hit the like button on the way out.
We all silly like the mayor.